UFC Paris is going down this Saturday with the main event being Kyle Borralho versus Nasruddin Imavov. This card is going to be pretty solid. There are a lot of debuts that are going down on this card, and I tried my best to learn as much as I can and study all these guys' fights, because there's a lot of new guys that I haven't heard of one bit until this card. But I'm really excited to break this down, so let's get right into the video. Starting off with the first fight of the night. Shauna Bannon versus Sam Hughes. Okay, Shauna is a definition of lip injections, okay? No, I'm not gonna shit on that, no, but this girl is so mid, okay? Both these girls, no offense, are very mid in my opinion. This is a very low-leveled fight, but I really believe that Sam Hughes is definitely coming out with the W in this fight for many reasons. One, Shauna has zero takedown defense. Her takedown defense is pretty ass, especially like out in the open. Against the cage, it's a little better, which is usually the opposite for many people. But Shauna is known for like her striking. Bro, this girl, by just watching her, annoys me. That fucking side kick that she's always throwing, why does she need to throw that 24/7? Like, that's all she throws, is that side kick. That's her jab, is the side kick. I hope that Sam stuffs that side kick and slams her on her head, bro. I know that sounds kind of violent, but I hope that happens. I think that Sam is a lot more aggressive. She pressures a lot. I see this fight going in Sam's favor because I think that Hughes can definitely take her down and hold her there and possibly submit her. Shauna is not a grappler whatsoever, so she's going to get killed there. But technically, she's known for her striking, but I see Sam being a much more pressure striker and a better striker than Shauna. Shauna's striking is very average. This fight won't go in her favor one bit. Shauna is very annoying. Don't like her as a person or fighter. Just fucking... her fighting style pisses me off, okay? But Sam Hughes definitely comes out with this W. She's way more well-rounded, and I see her definitely taking her down, beating her there, and even on the feet where Shauna's supposed to win, beating her there too. So I definitely give this fight to Sam Hughes. Moving on to the next fight of the night. Andreas Gustafsson versus Renat Fagredinov. This fight is going to be a little different, and my prediction is probably going to be a lot different from a lot of people, okay? Andreas is definitely winning this fight. Okay, now hear me out. When I first saw their highlights, I was like, you know, Renat is very, very, and much more skilled than Gustafsson, okay? But, first of all, Gustafsson was a power lifter before he was a fighter, so he's way physically stronger than him. Don't really mean a lot, but in this fight, it will mean a lot. I'll tell you why. So, Renat, he is a very good striker. His grappling is all right. His offensive grappling is pretty good. He takes a lot of guys down. He will not take Gustafsson down. He's going to be backing up a lot. I see this fight totally having him backing up. On the feet, when he pressures, he's so good. Like, he looks like a very strong striker. But then you see his weaknesses when he gets pressured. He is one of the worst counter fighters I have ever seen. Andres is the type of guy where his striking is not like insane, but when he strikes to grab you, get in the clinch, take you down, overpower you. Gustafsson is a decent striker, though, to be able to hold up with Renat until he's able to grab him. Renat will not be able to keep up with Gustafsson's pressure. He's going to get backed up, and he's not going to be able to do anything. If you watch any of his past fights, he is a terrible counter puncher. He can't do anything counter. Every time he backs up, he gets hit really hard, and he can get dropped, especially with Gustafsson with his power. So the way I see this fight going is Gustafsson's going to walk him down, just literally run towards him. Renat will not be able to do anything. At least the shots he throws won't do anything to Gustafsson. Gustafsson's going to grab him, take him down, hold him there, because Renat is a lot weaker, and also he won't be able to get up. He can't get up that well against many guys, especially Gustafsson. Gustafsson's striking is decent enough to be able to grab Renat to take him down. This fight is definitely going in Andres' favor 100%, and that is why, because Renat's counter-punching his fucking ass. If his counter-punching was better, I'd give it to Renat, because he's skill for skill better, but strength's not a lot to do in this fight. Trust me, you'll see once you watch it, okay? Moving on to the next fight of the night, Brad Tavares versus Robert Brzezinski. This fight is kind of common sense on who's going to win, in my opinion. Brad Tavares has a lot of experience. He's fought basically everybody in the middleweight division. DDP, Israel Adesanya, Yoel Romero. He's fought a lot of legends, okay? He is definitely getting this W. He's a very well-rounded fighter, but he's definitely known for his striking, his pressure striking. Now, Robert, he is all right, okay? He's a very good striker. If you watch in his past fights, he is... When he wasn't in the UFC, he was very explosive. He knocks guys out. He's a pressure fighter. He has a lot of power in those hands. Against Brad Tavares, that's not happening, unfortunately. There's a big level from regional fighting to UFC. And a lot of the time, I go with the guy that's been in the UFC longer, okay? Brad Tavares is definitely coming out with the W. I can't see Robert doing much to Brad. Brad has seen it all. Robert's not going to show him anything different, okay? Robert's striking would be good against a guy that's also coming new to the UFC. Because I think Robert could be a problem if he started off with not as hard of guys, okay? Now, I'm not saying Brad's this tough-ass dude right now, but he's still another level from Robert. Now, if Robert somehow comes up with this W and lands a lucky shot to drop Brad and win, then I think that he's going to be a problem in the middleweight division 100% in the future. But I definitely give this fight to Brad Tavares just because of the experience level and also because I just think he's a better striker. And I don't think that Robert's going to be used to getting pressured like Brad's going to pressure him. So that is why I give this fight to Brad Tavares 100%. Moving on to the next fight, and I'm very excited for this fight. Sam Patterson versus Trey Waters. Trey Waters is a very, very good counterpuncher. Now, he doesn't really have anything else. His grappling kind of sucks, okay? His striking is all right. Compared to Sam Patterson, he is not doing shit, okay? Sam Patterson is definitely a good pressure fighter, very good counterpuncher, as well as Trey Waters. Now, Trey Waters can be the guy that is a shitty pressure fighter, but still pressures him, okay? When they do what he wants them to do. But Sam Patterson is good in both areas. He's very good when he pressures, and he pressures a lot, and there's that takedown threat there because Trey sucks on the ground. So he's going to have to watch out for Sam's takedown threat, and that's where he can definitely get him. But I think that Sam Patterson can even beat him on the feet. Trey is not going to be able to counterpunch him. And if Trey, for some reason, I can't see him doing this, pressures Patterson's going to counter him. So Trey's definitely not known to be a pressure fighter. He won't do that. So Sam's definitely going to walk him down, outstrike him, and then be able to take him down. I see this fight ending in submission. I 100% see this because Trey sucks on the ground. Sam's going to definitely outstrike him. I know Trey's a good counterpuncher, but that won't mean shit in this fight once you guys watch it. Because Sam's overall a way better fighter and a very, very good striker. And he's also just... His jiu-jitsu is really good. He's definitely finishing Trey Waters on the ground, 100%. I give this fight to Sam Patterson. Moving on to the next fight of the night, Harry Hardwick versus Quay Fernandez. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his first name. Quay. I don't know. Whatever. Don't shit on me for this. Fernandez is definitely winning this fight. Okay, this is a very average fight. It was very short notice. I don't really care for this fight. I don't know too much about these guys, just to warn you guys. But Harry is what I've seen is a very well-rounded fighter in a way, but obviously he hasn't fought that tough of guys. Fernandez has had fights in the UFC, okay? So he does have the experience there. He has been doing really good in the UFC so far. Harry has not been in the UFC yet. It's his first fight. I just don't see him getting anything done, and I've seen both striking. I think Fernandez definitely has better striking, and his grappling is pretty decent, okay? His grappling is definitely decent, and he will get him there. I think he'll get him in the grappling, but even if they do stand, Fernandez has a lot of fucking power. Go watch his fights. He's knocked a lot of guys out. Don't really have much to say about this fight. I just see Fernandez beating him everywhere in the fight. Hardwick is decent for the regional scene, but in this fight, I can't see it happening. To be honest, this is kind of just like I'm guessing. I mean, like, I haven't seen a lot of them. I've seen, like, a couple fights from both of them, but, like, I don't know much about them. So I'm just assuming Fernandez is going to win, okay? Because of what I've seen, I think he's a better fighter. But moving on to the next fight of the night. This fight is a rematch. This fight happened when they were both amateurs. Marcin Tybura versus Ante Delia. This fight is easy to me, okay? Ante is old. Okay, he's getting old. And they're both old. Marcin does have a lot of experience in the UFC. This dude has fought everybody, okay? He fought freaking Tom Aspinall, guys, the UFC heavyweight champion right now. I know he lost, but he fought those guys. Ante is not showing him anything he's not already seen. Marcin definitely is a lot better on the feet. I know a lot of people saying Ante was beating him in the first fight until he got the leg injury, but that was like how many years ago? Like this was a while ago. Marcin is definitely coming out the W here. I think Marcin, the experience is going to do it for him. That's all that's going to do it for him. I'm not saying he's more skilled. I do actually think he's more skilled on the feet. Grappling wise, it's kind of close. They're not really both grapplers. They're both strikers. This fight will be pretty close. I think that it would be close skill for skill, but Marcin's going to beat him because of his experience, the guys he's fought. And, he hasn't fought any guys that are really worse than him. I mean, in the UFC at least. So, like, I can't see this being a tough fight for him. I think that, I know I did say it would be a little close, but I definitely give it to Tybura because of the experience. That's all I'm going to say. I could see him knocking out Ante. I think he definitely can knock out Ante. There's definitely going to be a knockout because they're both heavyweights. I mean, there usually is. But Marcin definitely is more skilled on the feet, and the experience is going to do it for him. I definitely give this fight to Marcin Tybura. I want him to win too, so this kind of helps the prediction, okay, guys? Moving on to the next fight of the night, Umar Sy versus Brentson Ribeiro. This fight is going to be a banger. I'm really excited for this fight. Umar is going to win this fight, okay? For many reasons. They're both strikers. This fight will not go to the ground, trust me. This fight is going to be a straight Muay Thai fight, and Sy is coming out with the win. Okay, so Brentson is a very, very strong Muay Thai fighter. He has a pass in Muay Thai. Very, very good. But I have seen fights where he's gotten clipped a lot, okay? And I really see Sy coming out with the W here because he has won every fight besides his last fight against Alonzo. But Sy is going to win, okay? He's just a better striker. I don't know what else to say, guys. He's a better striker. Straight up. Way better striker. Brentson is a good striker against guys that aren't that good of strikers. Sy is a good striker against good strikers, okay? So this fight is going to end in a knockout. I see Umar Sy knocking Brentson Ribeiro out 100%. I don't know what to say more. Just trust me on this prediction, guys. Umar Sy is going to be a problem in the light heavyweight division. Trust me, I know he lost his last fight, but he is a problem, okay? He has hands, guys. He definitely needs to improve his grappling, but that won't be an issue in this fight, and I see him definitely knocking out Ribeiro, okay, guys? Moving on to the next fight of the night, William Gomez versus Robert Ruchala. This fight is a shocker in who I'm picking. I'm picking Robert, okay? Robert is such a well-rounded fighter. It is insane. William is a tough guy, okay? Hear me out. He is a tough guy, and he has been in the UFC for a while, and he has won a good amount of fights in the UFC so far. But William, he's a good striker, very good striker. But I don't see him doing anything to Robert, okay? I really don't. Very good Muay Thai striker. But Robert has much better wrestling. I know that, okay, hear me out. I know that I usually pick the guy that's been in the UFC longer, okay? But in this fight, I'm switching it up, and I don't know if I should be doing this. I might regret it after, but, you know, I'm giving it to Robert. Robert is a much better grappler. I see Robert holding William down. A lot of people saying they can't see that happening. Robert is a very strong grappler. He's a brawler. He goes in there to fight. If you watch a lot of his highlights, a lot of his past fights, he's knocked a lot of guys out. He's a very creative fighter, very explosive. I see William getting very surprised at how good Robert is on the feet, and then he'll swoop that takedown, get the takedown, and he'll maul William on the ground. I see this fight going to decision, to be honest, but I think Robert is going to shock a lot of people, and honestly, hear me out, Robert is going to be such a problem in the future in the featherweight division. He is a tough motherfucker. One of the most well-rounded up-and-comers I see right now. Great grappler, great wrestling, great jiu-jitsu, great striking, and he will surprise William because I know William has great striking. With his striking, he will surprise him. And I see him taking him down, dominating him, going to decision, giving the fight to Robert Ruchala, 100%. Trust me on this. Trust me, I picked William in the beginning, but then I really researched Robert, and I think he has a lot of potential, okay, guys? Moving on to the next fight of the night, which I'm very excited for. Patricio Pitbull versus Losini Keita. By the way, don't shit on me for these pronunciations. I don't know if I'm pronouncing them right. Okay, guys, Pitbull is losing. Pitbull is losing. I don't care what anybody says. Okay, he beat Dan Ige. Woohoo. Kita is... Hear me out. I know he's coming from Bellator. They both were coming from Bellator. Kita is... I can't explain how good of a striker this guy is. Go watch all his fights. I watched, like, most of his fights, believe it or not. Bro, his striking is another level. Patricio Pitbull is... Okay, first of all, he's struggling with the striking against Dan Ige. Okay, I know he ended up winning. The wrestling did it for him. I can't see Patricio Pitbull taking down Keita, because Keita doesn't have great grappling, but he has very good takedown defense. He's very explosive and squirmy, where I can't see Pitbull taking him down. Yes, Pitbull is more physically strong, but Keita is definitely a way better striker, and I see this fight ending in knockout. I think that Lucien Keita is definitely going to be a big problem in the featherweight division. I think that he could have a possibility of becoming the future champ in the featherweight division. And that's how confident I am in this guy. One of, like, the best strikers, okay, I'm not gonna say that I've ever seen, but in Bellator, coming up from Bellator, one of the best strikers. This dude's fucking scary, and I see him knocking out Pitbull. Pitbull will not have that successful of a career in the UFC. I don't know how he's ranked that high just because he beat Dan Ige. I know Dan's a tough guy, but Keita is definitely getting this done. I can see him getting it done by knockout. That's my prediction for this fight. Don't need to explain anymore. Go watch his highlights. You'll see what I'm meaning. Much better striking than Pitbull. And Pitbull won't be able to take him down like he did Dan Ige. Believe it or not. Keita is coming out with the W, guys. Moving on to the next fight of the night. Axel Sola versus Rise McGee. This fight shouldn't even be in the fucking main event. Or main card, guys. Like, seriously. Like, why is this fight? This was so random. But I'm picking Axel. Okay, I'm picking Axel. I don't know why I'm picking Axel. Because Rise McGee is... ass. He's ass in the UFC. He won his most recent fight. I think he's like 1-4 or 1-3, something like that. He has a terrible record in the UFC. Damn near gonna get cut. So if he loses his fight, he's getting cut, definitely. McGee has decent striking. He did showcase that in his last fight. He did get his ass kicked by Khamzat Chimaev in his first fight. It's sad that he had to fight Chimaev in his first fight in the UFC, but it's whatever. Axel's striking is kind of awkward, okay? I'm not going to lie. If McGee comes out with a W, I'm not going to be shocked. I'll be real. I was going with McGee until I posted this video. I switched up. I don't know why I do this every damn time, and I regret it. I told you guys that in a short, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to regret this, I think, but I'm sticking with it. Axel Solo's coming out with a W. Much better wrestling. I think he'll be able to take down Rise McGee. I really do. I think he'll be able to take him down, and he'll be able to hold him there. You know what? Guys, I am literally recording right now, and I'm kind of regretting my pick. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, fuck. I don't know if I should do that. Guys, I'm struggling right now. This is, bro, last second. I'm switching up. I can't do this. You know what? I'm going to stick with Axel. I was about to switch to McGee in like 5 seconds ago. I'm going to stick with Axel because I switch up sometimes and I get it wrong. So I'm sticking with Axel, because I think he'll be able to hold him down. I know that he's not in the UFC, and this is his first fight in the UFC, so we'll see how he does against a UFC fighter, but I think he'll be able to hold him down, and I think he'll get the W. He'll come out with the W. I think this fight will be a very boring fight. It'll go to decision. I think McGee is not that good, and striking-wise, he definitely is better, but Sola can strike decent enough to get the takedown against McGee, because his grappling is pretty strong. So I definitely give this fight to Axel Sola in the welterweight division, going to decision. I might regret this. I was about to switch up, but can't do that, okay? Moving on to a really good banger, guys. Balaji Oki versus Mason Jones. Mason Jones is coming out with the W. Balaji has very good striking. Mason has very good striking. Balaji has bad grappling. Mason has bad grappling. That's all I gotta say. Balaji does not have that good of striking to piece up Mason. Mason did do very, very, very decent against Jeremy Stevens. I think that Mason Jones definitely comes out with the win, though. I think he's going to out-grapple Balaji. Originally, I did pick Balaji, but I switched to Mason just because Mason's way more well-rounded, and I think that his striking is very solid, so he'll be able to compete with Balaji, but if he does end up getting pieced up on the feet, he'll just be able to take down Balaji, and that's where I think there'll be issues with Balaji, because Balaji's grappling is not good. Mason's definitely coming out with the W. I think this fight's going to decision. I can't see any finishes happening here unless there's like a lucky shot landed. I think that's the only way of victory for Borralho is if there's a lucky shot landed. I don't think he'll beat him by points by any means. I think Mason is going to beat him by points in just pure dominance. I think he's going to definitely out-grapple him, and he'll definitely outstrike him, believe it or not, okay, guys? But moving on to the next fight of the night, Modestas Bukauskas versus Paul Craig. Modestas is winning, okay? Paul Craig against a decent fighter loses. Paul Craig against a bad fighter looks like he's amazing. Paul Craig only has jiu-jitsu. Bro got outstruck by fucking Bo Nickel doing the same combo every damn second. Modestas is knocking Paul Craig the fuck out, okay? Paul Craig's striking his ass. Modestas is definitely going to beat Paul Craig. Paul Craig is very average. He's had an alright career. I mean, he caught Ankalaev, but like, I was fucking lucky. Modestas is definitely KOing Paul Craig. Poor guy. He's not going to be able to last long. I think this is going to be the first round. Modestas is a very powerful striker. He sets up his combos real well. He has decent takedown defense. He has a lot of power in his right hand. He is going to knock Paul Craig out, like I said 2 times before, guys. He's going to knock him out. I see this fight ending very fast. Paul Craig is average. Okay, he has jiu-jitsu. That's about it. Modestas is just overall a better fighter, way better striker, as everyone knows if you haven't seen his highlights. He's going to finish Paul Craig. I don't know what else to say, guys. I know I'm being really short with a lot of these fights, but I don't know what the fuck else to say, guys. He's going to knock him out. There's nothing more to say. Paul Craig striking's ass. Modestas striking's powerful and good. Good night to Paul Craig, okay? Moving on to the co-main event of the night, guys. Benoit Saint-Denis versus Mauricio Ruffi. Mauricio Ruffi is winning the shit, guys. I don't care what nobody says, bro. I think most people agree with me. Benoit got his ass kicked by Renato Moicano, okay? Benoit is a very explosive fighter. He goes in there to fight. He has decent striking against bad strikers. His grappling is really good. That's where the fight's a little different. Benoit definitely has better grappling than Mauricio, but trust me, Benoit's not taking Mauricio down. Ruffi is going to make Benoit look like an idiot. Okay, he's going to make Benoit look worse than Bobby Green, in my opinion. Maybe not as bad of a knockout, but he'll make him look worse. Benoit is not that good. Mauricio is going up in the rankings, and he's going to be a problem in the lightweight division. I don't give a fuck, bro. The Nerds are one of the best fighters, group of fighters at least, in the UFC. I love these guys. Ruffi is definitely going to KO Benoit Saint-Denis. His chin, he got chinned by Dustin Poirier. What makes you guys think he's not going to get chinned by Mauricio? Mauricio fights like Conor McGregor the way he strikes. He's such a good striker, guys. He is going to piece up Benoit Saint-Denis, and he's going to make Benoit into a wrestler. Benoit's not going to, unfortunately, be able to take Mauricio down, and Mauricio is going to KO Benoit, make it look easy. I don't think he's going to KO him in the first round. I think it might be like second round. But Benoit definitely will go out there very hyper. He'll want to try to go for that one-shot knockout. Trust me, Mauricio is a great counterpuncher like Conor. Great defense. Bro's not knocking Mauricio out. Mauricio is definitely going to knock out BSD by far. Ruffi will make him look like a joke. He'll stuff his takedowns. He'll counter all his fucking shots. He'll make him look like he's a child, the same way he made John Silva look like a child in their sparring match that was recorded. So Ruffi is definitely getting this done, getting the KO. You got to give it to my boy, okay? But moving on to the fucking main event of the night. Nasruddin Imavov versus Kyle Borralho. Kyle Borralho is winning this shit, guys. I don't care. Gosh, bro, this fight pisses me off for many reasons. Just because Borralho doesn't have as good a striking as Imavov doesn't mean he's going to lose. I've heard so many people say he's going to lose just because Imavov has way better striking. Okay, Imavov definitely does have. Trust me, this thought has passed my mind. This has definitely crossed my mind that Imavov will win. Even when I'm confident in Kyle, it still crosses my mind. Just because Imavov does have great takedown defense. He stuffs a lot of takedowns, especially when they're sloppy takedowns, which I hope he will stuff. But his striking is very good. I know he did knock out Israel Adesanya. Adesanya is out of his prime, so it's not as impressive. He did beat a lot of good guys. He's definitely a tough guy. I'm not taking that away from him. He definitely could beat a lot of guys in the middleweight division. Not Kyle Borralho. Borralho's next up for the belt against Hamzat Chimaev. Kyle Borralho, let me explain to you why he's going to win. Okay, obviously he has better jiu-jitsu, better wrestling, 100%. Obviously, Imavov, the only thing that he has good on the ground, I know he has submitted people. Bro, you think he's submitting Kyle? Stop fucking playing. Imavov has good takedown defense. That's about it. But Kyle has his ways to get people down. And on the feet, Borralho has this way to compete with people even though he doesn't have as good a striking as them, okay? Kyle, he's a nerd for a reason. He's able to do what the thing that the guy he's against is best at better. So, for example, Imavov is a better striker. Kyle will be able to do it better somehow. His pressure and his ability to walk forward and literally take those shots, it is insane. He takes every shot that is thrown at him, he eats it. He's eating Imavov's punches. This is by far the hardest fight Borralho has went through. I've heard some idiots say that Imavov's hardest fight would be Sean Strickland. So people are thinking that Sean Strickland's beating Borralho. That's very smart, guys. That's very smart of you guys. But Borralho is going to make Imavov look like a child. I don't care, I'm going to say it. Borralho is much better on the ground, on the feet. He's going to show all of you that he can outstrike Imavov. I promise you guys. I even said Carlos Pratas was going to beat Jeff Neal. No one believed me. He fucking did, okay? Rufy is going to beat BSD. And then John Silva's going to go ahead and freaking beat Diego Lopez, guys. So I told you guys these nerds are going to win forever ago, and they're going to win. Kyle Borralho is good at everything. He's good at everything, and he beats people what they're best at. He's going to beat Imavov what he's best at. He's going to walk him down. Imavov is not that good of a counterpuncher. He will not be able to land those strikes on Kyle the way he does on other people. Now, if he does land a good heavy shot, because he does have heavy hands, it won't drop Borralho. He'll eat it, and he'll also block because his defense is really good. Borralho's coming out the W. I'm not going to say the way it's going to do it. He's going to do it, though, either by decision or submission. I can't really see him knocking Imavov out, to be honest. But if he does, fuck. I mean, bro's better than I thought. I mean, like, damn. But he's going to find a way to win, okay? He's going to find a way to win. I'm assuming it's going to be by decision, to be honest. But you guys need to switch the train from Imavov to Kai, guys. Trust me, okay? Trust me. If you guys are betting on this fight, you're going to win money if you bet Borralho. Imavov, I know, is ranked higher, but Imavov only has striking and takedown defense. He's a really good fighter, not compared to Borralho. Guys, Borralho might look sloppy sometimes in training or even in some fights. Guys, he still finds a way to win, though. He always wins. And that's not going to change on Saturday. He's going to beat Imavov, guys. Trust me. But that is it for this video, guys. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Comment down below if you guys agree with these picks. If you guys don't, debate me in the comments. Let's get it. Thank you guys for my subscribers. Let's keep going up, though, guys. Let's get to 200, and then let's get to freaking 1,000, guys. Let's get this running. Come back to this video once Kyle Borralho shocks the world and beats Nasruddin Imavov, okay? He's going to whoop on him, and I've been saying this for months, guys. Since this has been announced, I've been saying this shit, okay, guys? Thank you guys for watching, and have a blessed rest of your guys' night.